Night Peace by R.G. Gregory. What's that? I'm awake. I bang like a door or a foot knocking a chair. Who's there? Tense I lie in my bed, my face stretching out on the black air. My ears strain, a crack this time, like a cat on the stair. But we have no cat. If the door handle turned and a shape came in, darkness clutches at my startled hair, spiders work my skin. Would I dare to go for it with my fists? My fists clench. Would I scream? Faint or lie there staring, waiting for what? What would it do? I sit up, pinching my breath. Was it by the door or the window? I can't be sure. I wait for the next sound. I become aware of the ticking clock and my father's heavy breathing in the next room. The curtain moves and a faint light, like a living thing, creeps on the bed. Something, a twig, stretches on the pane. A car changes gear on a nearby hill. There is a crack in the house again. A door rattles in a hidden wind. An owl's cry. Dog barking, even a distant train. All friendly and easy to explain. I relax and yawn, get out and stand by the window, looking out on the soft outlines of the house, silent lawns, making my own peace with night. When I return to bed, at last, birds are standing on the treetops, bringing in the dawn. Okay, so let me explain this poem. First, Night Piece, which is written by R.G. Gregory. Okay, so reciting this poem, after reading this poem, we come to know that here the poet is he is afraid. He's talking about his fear. Yes, so let's see how and what happens. What's that? I am awake, a bang like a door or a foot knocking a chair. Who's there? Okay, so as the poet was sleeping, he can hear a kind of a sound which make him awake. He can hear the banging of the door and the sound of the foot, which is knocking a chair. Tense, I lie in my bed, my face stretching out on the black air. Okay, black air, it means it was dark, so the air is called black. So as it was uh, night time, yes, so obviously it will be dark. So he was tensed, he couldn't, means he was feeling afraid when he was on his bed, and his face stretching out on the black air means he slowly he just stretched his head outside, face outside, to look who's there. My ears strained so he can hear the sound of a crack sound. He thought that there is a cat on the stairs. But then he realized there is no cat in his home, and he started imagining if the door handles, if the door handle would begin to turn and shape would enter his room in the darkness. And again he started feeling afraid, and due to fearness his startled hair means his hair, the poet's hair stood up straight because he was afraid. And and he also started feeling that the spiders are crawling on his hand, on his skin. Okay, would I dare to go for it with my fists? My fists clench. Fists clench, it means he closed his hands tightly into fists. Okay, aise mutti banana. Would I scream, faint, or lie there staring? So means he is saying that what if he would clench his hand tightly and then he would scream loudly and faint. Okay, I sit up, pinching my breath. Was it by the door or the window? I can't be sure. Pinching my breath means his fear made him breathless. Okay, he's not sure. The unknown, uninvited, unseen, frightened guest beside the door or the near or the near window perhaps. Okay, so he was not sure about who is what sound, from where the sound is coming, and who is there beside the door. I become aware of the ticking clock and my father's heavy breathing in the next room. So he can hear the ticking of the clock and the snoring of his father. Clear? The heavy breathing sound means snoring. The curtain moves and faint light like a living things creep on the bed. Okay, so a faint light moves onto the bed. Okay, a faint light moves onto the bed from the window side, and the curtains started to move here and there as if they are living things. Okay, something, a twig scratches on the pane, and the twig of the leaves is it got scratch on the pane of the window. A car changes gear on the nearby hill. Okay, there is a crack in the house again, so he can hear this. He can also hear the sound again. He can hear the crack sound. A door rattles in a hidden wind, and owls cry. He can hear the sound of the owls, which is very scary. Okay, which is making him what frightened. The poet thinks he knows what would have made the sound. He thinks it would be a twig from a tree outside his window that makes a scratching sound on the window pane, like I said. Yes, and also he can what a car charging. He can also hear the car charging gear, a creak in the house again, a door rattling due to what slight breeze, and also he can hear the cry of the owl, and also he can hear the barking dogs outside. Yes, even a distant strain, all friendly and easy to explain. Okay, friendly and easy to explain. I relax and yawn, get out and stand by the window. And then he calls them friendly and easy to explain sounds. Means he can hear the sound of the dog barking, and also he hears the sound of the train, and then he relaxed himself, uh, explaining himself that nothing is going wrong. So he stood outside by the window, looking out the soft outline of the house. Silent lawns making my own peace. Okay, making my own peace means accepting the night as it was. When I returned to bed at last, all tension gone. So when he came out of the window and he saw that what was the sound actually, okay, he relaxed himself. He convinced himself that it's just because it was a dark and it was night, he was feeling afraid, and he accepted the night as it was. Like here it's written making my own peace with night. When I returned to bed at last, all tension gone, birds are standing on the treetops bringing in the dawn. Okay, so he finally goes to sleep in the early morning hours when the birds are sitting on the treetops and welcoming the dawn, means welcoming the morning.